we align in that grandeur, or in that thought process, in the sense of, with just, let's say, coaches or speakers,
right,
that don't write their thoughts down.
Correct.
And I would say, how? Grow, serve, live it, and then share it. Right? Don't just use it as a manipulator, because that's what it is, the manipulation. I think a lot of people don't know this. They live it and they don't even realize they're actually just lying.
I think you're right. And it's very insightful what you just said. My greatest fear in writing the first book was that I could never take back what I said.
Wow.
And obviously I'm 6 books in, so obviously I got over that. But that's a real thing where, where literally when as an author, and you're an author, congratulations on your recent book. That's outstanding. All 5-star ratings on Amazon. So, I mean, that's a...
Hey, we're good. I appreciate you.
Accomplishment. So as you know, as an author now, you're out there, right?
It's there.
You can't ever take it back now,
controversies.
Right? So you get it. So that was my greatest fear. And even with the Real Cost book, I had individuals read the manuscript before I published it. One individual said, "Don't publish this." I said, "Why not?" They said, "Nobody in the Christian community wants to hear this."
Wow. Okay, so what's your next emotion, and then what happened after that when they said that?
Well, I asked. In other words, I became curious, came from curiosity, and said, "Well, what are you thinking? Why is that?" And the general conversation was the feeling that, hey, a lot of folks in the Christian community don't really want to hear that there's a real cost to following Jesus, and so they want to hear more about all the good stuff. And there's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
But the thought was, so don't publish a book nobody's going to want to hear. But obviously I published the book, so.
So why?
Well, I thought that it needed to be out there. I thought that, let me back up. So I had been in ministry a long time. I mean, it's only been the last couple of years that I've been out of ministry, and we can talk about why and what that's been like. But one of the things that I noticed was that one of the greatest struggles among followers of Jesus is when life does not work out in all ways the way a person following Jesus wants it to work out, right? Maybe it's sickness, maybe it's health issues, maybe it's financial hardships, maybe it's struggles with children, maybe it's marriage struggles. I mean, it could be, a lot of different things. And then often the question in a follower of Jesus' mind is, well, wait a minute, God, I thought you loved me. And so if you loved me, and you do love me, and I believe you love me, why aren't you making this better or taking this away or fixing this? And, there's a lot written about that. It's very common. And so I really wanted to kind of answer that question. Not so much...
Like why things aren't perfect.
Yeah. Not so much to come at it from the standpoint of answering that question, because a lot of people have written about that, but really from the standpoint of saying, there really is a cost, and it doesn't matter whether we want to write about that or not, we're bearing the cost. Good example is when we gave up everything to move to Philadelphia. We bore a cost, right, willingly.